Dear students, today we will carry or continue the same topic, that is the French Revolution and the idea of the nation. And children, you all studied that how the French has revolted, and after this what steps or the measures were taken to create a sense of collective identity among the French people. And later on, then you studied here, then the French army, they had carried the idea of nationalism to abroad. But as within the France, if you remember the French Revolution, you studied that the directory was formed, and after that only the Napoleon Bonaparte, he came into power in the year of 1804. No doubt, when the Napoleon came into power here, he simply destroyed the democracy in the France, and then he had again brought the concept of the emperor or the concept of a monarchy in the France there. But at the same time, Napoleon Bonaparte, he had also brought various administrative reforms, and simply to make the whole system of his country more rational and more efficient. So Napoleon Bonaparte, when he had introduced the various administrative reforms there, so we reforms there, or the new system which he had introduced, that he introduced included whatever is basically known as the Civil Code of 1804, or we also usually call this as the Napoleonic Code. So Napoleon Bonaparte, he brought his own code of law, or that is the Civil Code of Law, that in the 1804 there we popularly call this as the Napoleonic Code. So what were the main features of that code? So there were some, these were some points, or these were some reforms which were introduced in the Napoleonic Code. The very first thing, that he did away with all the privileges based on birth. That you've already studied here, that in the France, the people, the social structure of the France was classified into three states and all that. So what he did here, that on the basis of the birth, whatever privilege was given, that was all over. Now then, he also established the equality before the law and secured the right to property. Then he had also simplified the administrative system. He abolished the feudal system, and along with that, he had also made free to all the peasants who from the serfdom and the morarial dues there. Means those peasants who are working as a serf or as a slave, you can say as a serf or as a slave, they all, or those who are working for the monarch, for this nobles there or under the king there, so they all were made free. At the same time, the guild restrictions were also removed. Guild restrictions mean those were the businessmen, for them the guild restrictions were there, so that was removed. Now transport and communication system, they were also improved at the same time. Now the Napoleon, he had also improved the condition of the peasants, workers, artisans and new businessmen. Now these people, their life was totally changed because they were enjoying a new freedom and a uniform law, standard rates and measures, and a common national currency, that all were introduced in the country, and the exchange of goods and capital from one place to another was possible. So as we find that Napoleon Bonaparte, he had brought various reforms, various revolutionary reforms or administrative reforms he had brought during his reign, so that the peasants or the businessmen or the small producers, they can just they can have the free flow of the trade there. They can exchange the goods and their goods and the commodities there to one region to another. So this way, his reforms were certainly very much beneficial somewhere somehow to the people of the French region. But at the same time, we also find that the rule of the Napoleon Bonaparte, somewhere somehow, it was not very much liked by the people, or you can see people had a very mixed reaction for that, because at some places we find that your Holland or Switzerland or some places or some cities like Brussels or the Warsaw, some or such Milan and all that places here, wherever the French armies they went, they were being welcomed as a harbingers of liberty. Harbingers of liberty means कि people they saw initially that this is coming to liberate to them. The army of the Napoleon is coming to liberate to the people over there, but something which is not having a very good result. So initially they welcome to the army of the Napoleon, but it was not having the good fruits for them. And we also see that very soon the people had become hostile against him, and we find that people, they didn't like his rule there, because he had some steps which he had taken, or some administrative arrangements which he had done. This was not liked by the people, like he had increased the taxes there, or there was a censorship, or he had also forcibly recruited to the persons in the army. That is your conscription there, that is a compulsory enrollment of the person in the army was there. So somewhere somehow and he had also having a dream to conquer to the rest part of the Europe there. He had also means all these things which he was doing here, this was not finally welcomed by the people of the France, or to the nearby states or the cities of the Europe there. So this way Napoleon Bonaparte, though he had brought the various reforms there, but later on the people became hostile due to his various policies there, and ultimately we find that it was not having any good result in the rest part of the Europe. Thank you.